The best things to do in Paris include the city's grand landmarks. It is famed as a must-see destination for very good reason. History buffs will be delighted by the many historic buildings and monuments. Fashionistas will be pleased to shop in the trendiest boutiques. Gourmands will be thrilled to sample the outstanding food and wine, and the list could go on and on. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 best things to do in Paris. And just wait till you see what's at number 1, something you may not even have thought of, so make sure you watch till the end. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more awesome travel guides, and make sure to hit the notification bell so that you know when we publish a new video. So without further ado, let's cut to the chase. At 10, Paris vineyards. Learn more on viniculture and sample wines. Now you're talking. Vine growing and winemaking in Paris dates back to the Roman Empire. Even though it's not as renowned as the nearby Burgundy and Champagne vineyards, you can visit a vineyard and sample a wine produced in Paris itself at the Clos Montmartre. It's a 1,550 square metre vineyard, a mere 300 metres from the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. It produces a decent Gamay Pinot Noir wine. It's celebrated at a yearly event in October, a harvest festival of Montmartre. Fancy a glass of red? At 9, Palace of Versailles. Walk in the steps of the Sun King. The Palace of Versailles is not exactly in Paris, as it's about 20 kilometres southwest from the city centre. This should not stop you going to visit this remarkable edifice. A symbol of the absolute monarchy that ended with the French Revolution in 1789, the palace is now a museum and one of the most visited historical sites in France. It was entirely restored to the appearance it had during the 17th century, so you really feel like you've travelled to the past when walking through the Hall of Mirrors or in the King's apartment. The gardens that surround Versailles are also an impressive illustration of Jardin à la Française, French-style gardening if you didn't know. You can totally lose yourself for the day in Versailles Palace, as a good choice of restaurants and snack bars are available right next to the park. And next up at 8, Disneyland Paris. Take your children, or your inner child in my case, to the most popular amusement park in France. Located in Marne-le-Vallée, 32 kilometres east of Paris city centre, Disneyland Paris is a must-visit for families. The 20 square kilometre park is home to a huge number of rides and attractions inspired by the man himself, Walt Disney's characters and franchises, including Star Wars and Marvel. Enjoy themed roller coasters, a haunted house, a pirate ship and more. Might even be Mickey Mouse. The park also has over 50 restaurants and 7 hotels on site. You can even play a round of golf at the 9-hole and 18-hole Golf Disneyland courses. At 7, Seine River. See Paris monuments from an open excursion boat. The Seine is the 5th longest river in France, and its course through the centre of Paris offers you the opportunity to see many of the most notable monuments of the city from a different angle. Funnily nicknamed bateaux mouches, flyboats in French, long and thin open excursion boats take you to see the Eiffel Tower, Notre-Dame Cathedral, the Louvre Museum, the Town Hall, and many more places of interest on cruises that last slightly more than 1 hour. If you really want to indulge yourself, a dinner cruise on the Seine River is worth the extra cost, as the monuments are even more beautiful when illuminated at night. And now at 6, Montmartre. Take a stroll in the most artistic district of Paris. Montmartre is one of the most picturesque districts in the city. It's a quaint neighbourhood that feels like a village in a big city. Built on a hill, it has the splendid Sacré-Cœur Basilica as its centrepiece. Famous for its artistic scene that still attracts painters, musicians and writers, Montmartre is a pretty active area at night. You'll find nightclubs, live music venues, and down the hill on the southwestern side, the world-famous cabaret show at Moulin Rouge. Of course. At 5, Notre-Dame Cathedral. Pay a visit to Our Lady of Paris. Notre-Dame Cathedral overlooks the Seine River from the southeastern tip of Ile de la Cité. It's one of the largest church buildings in the world and an exceptional example of French Gothic architecture. From the important Catholic relics of the cathedral treasury to the splendid gargoyles and sculptures of the cathedral towers, Notre-Dame Cathedral takes you for a mystical stroll into history. If you want to avoid the crowd, the best time to go there is around 5:30 p.m. At 4, Louvre Museum. Go and meet Mona Lisa. She doesn't look very happy though. It seems that everything's over the top at this former royal palace, now the most famous French museum. From paintings to sculptures and from archaeological finds to drawings, the Louvre has 35,000 works of art, plus over 350,000 objects on display. The permanent collections cover an area of 60,600 square meters. A good hint to make your day is to get a map and an audio guide at the ticket desk before starting your visit of one of the largest museums in the world. Next up at 3, Arc de Triomphe, one of Paris's most quintessential and recognizable sights. Arc de Triomphe is undoubtedly one of the most iconic monuments in Paris. Inaugurated in 1836, the mighty structure was originally built to commemorate Napoleon's 1805 victory at Austerlitz, and today stands as a tribute to the French soldiers who lost their lives fighting in World War I, the Napoleonic Wars and the French Revolution. The imposing 50-metre structure sits at the western end of the Champs-Élysées in the centre of Place Charles de Gaulle. Inscribed on the Arc's walls are the names of all France's wartime victories and its generals, and underneath the structure lies the tomb of the unknown soldier. It's possible to climb the Arc's 280 steps for breathtaking views of the Paris skyline. At number 2, Champs-Élysées. Enjoy a stroll on the most beautiful avenue in the world. Stretching for almost 2 kilometers between Place Charles de Gaulle and Place de la Concorde, Champs-Élysées Avenue is an iconic street of Paris famed for its stylish restaurants and cafes, luxury boutiques, big brand stores and theatres. Go to the top of the Arc de Triomphe on Place Charles de Gaulle to get a stunning view of the tree-lined avenue and of the Voie Triomphale, the Triumphal Way. The street forms a straight line between the Arc de Triomphe de Carrousel, the obelisk of Place de la Concorde, and the Grand Arch of la Défense. And finally, at number 1, what else? Eiffel Tower. Take in the view from the top of Paris's most iconic monument. The wrought Iron Lady, a tower is feminine in French, is a must-see if you come to Paris. With a height of 324 metres, 3 stories and a 674-step staircase, it certainly can't go unnoticed. You'll find a Michelin-starred restaurant and a French macaron bar on the 2nd floor and a champagne bar on the 3rd floor. Its worldwide fame makes the Eiffel Tower a crowded place. You should book a ticket online beforehand if you want to get to the top by lift. Be aware of the scam artists roaming around the Eiffel Tower square. And there you have the top 10 best things to do in Paris. Did you like what you saw? Let us know in the comments down below. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fantastic travel guides. Check out more videos on France in our French travel guide playlist. That's all for now. Until next time.